Ruby Frank made her first court appearance over the weekend virtually from a jail in Utah where she remains on no bail, thank God. I mean, how do you get bail for a crime like that? You don't. Until her hearing, although, shit, Andrew Tate got bail. Though he's in Romania, to be fair. Here's a screenshot of Ruby appearing in court. Look at you. Miserable. God, I hope you just fucking hate your just suffering.
You fucking pig. You should be ashamed of yourself.
So she's doing her court appearance like this. I wonder why they do it over Zoom. Did they start doing that now since COVID? Just because it's more convenient?
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it certainly is. You don't have to transport her ass there and back.
Yeah, makes sense.
Get
makes
police
sense.
guards.
They realize it's actually an efficient way to do it.
She doesn't deserve to get out of jail and smell the fresh air. Here's a video of Ruby in court. Oh, it was shut down for technical difficulties? Was this meant to be live streamed?
I think it was either the public got a hold of the Zoom link and then they had to shut it down. It got up to like 1,000 people on the Zoom at once, and then it wasn't
crazy.
Public.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if this was meant to be viewed publicly.
All right.
Somebody got in the Zoom? That's so wild.
I think a lot of the Zoom links are public. They publicize them. But obviously, it doesn't really work when there's someone famous in there.
Yeah.
Because the story is so big enough that people...
I guess.
Yeah, for example, there's like that YouTube stream of a courtroom always going, of like a judge and stuff, judging people live.
Let's see.
So it's probably public.
So you represent Miss Frankie? I do. She's on the video with us. Miss Frankie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Have you received a copy of the information in this case?
Yes.
Are your guards denying you food and water? Good.
Yep.
No. I mean, yes. Good. They're under strict orders to make you suffer and to starve and deprive you of water.
Inform the court that Ms. Frankie and I have both reviewed verbatim the information. She understands that she has pertinent questions. We would waive the reading of that at this time. And we're ready to move forward with it. I would make one motion. I understand that the co-defendant is assigned to Judge Walton.
I guess nothing's really happening here.
Yeah,
right?
it's just a random
Just
snippet
procedural
of this hearing.
shit, you know. Ruby, okay, so here's where it gets really fucked, you guys. So Ruby, in her defense, she starts saying, oh no, I had to imprison my kids because they were essaying their siblings and other kids in the neighborhood. Her kids who are single digit years old have their it's speechless. I just like, even if that's true, that's clearly your fault. How is that not like so obvious? Something's happening in your home that's causing them to think that that's normal behavior. Obviously. It's unbelievable here. I mean, here's a TikTok that explains the situation pretty well here.
Her court hearing just ended and it only lasted 30 minutes, but let me tell you what she said. So they said at times she broke down and she even made shocking claims that one of her minor children SA'd their siblings and SA'd several other family members and children in the neighborhood over the years.
I can't believe she's blaming her kid. Yo, Your Honor, my son really sucks. He's like a giant piece of crap, so I had no choice but to lock him in the basement. Okay, you're good. That sounds good. You can go. That defense alone just proves how psycho she is. I mean, it's shockingly insane and callous. She actually like hates her kids. It sounds like the youngest ones, especially.
Yes, her ex-husband was there with his attorney, and at the other table were the state attorneys and what appeared to be Frankie's two older daughters, also accompanied by their attorneys as well. So when this entire court hearing was supposed to be about her, she turned it to blaming her children, pinning the blame for her behavior on her children. She went into horrific detail about how one of her 6 kids abused other children. She also claimed that one of Frankie's kids began looking at P-word, I can't say, at just 3 years old.
Okay. Again, as the father of a 4-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, there is no way for a 3-year-old to look at P-word unless you literally open it on a tablet and set them in front of them. Are they typing? They can't read or write. How are they accessing it? You fucking lunatic.
That's insane.
She's clearly abused these kids in more ways than... If this shit is all true, it's 1,000% something that's going on in the home. How can you say that? 3-year-old? That's nuts. And actually really sad. 3-year-olds don't even... They have no concept of sex or even like gender.
No.
Or attraction at all. It's all, everything's just like, such a demon.
And in one of the most shocking claims, she said that her child
you're the mom. You know that you're incriminating yourself, right? Like, this kid's 3. They're not going to arrest the 3-year-old.
Has been essaying a younger sibling for years, adding that eventually 2 of them began to abuse other children. She also claimed that her children played a patting game with each other and did not go into further detail. This is crazy that she decides to, let me just make these allegations, these crazy allegations, blaming my children for how I'm acting. She said that in May, her child confessed to essaying 20 people, including cousins and neighbors. She provided no proof of these sickening allegations. Go figures. The courtroom went eerily silent as she made these disturbing claims, because I'm pretty sure everybody was in shock that she decided to turn this on her children. And then the judge said that her alleged abused children will then need to be placed in a home with no other children. She's delusional. She's psychotic. And if your children are acting out like that, like you say they are, then
Dude, I hate her so much for that. And so here's how she's still fucking with her kids as a result. So because of what she said, she claims that her child assaulted a younger sibling for years, eventually resulting in 2 of them abusing other kids together. Like what? Like what?
What?
They have like this coordinated. It's nuts. It's sick.
It's so fucking bizarre. Doesn't make any sense.
If any of this is true, again, it's under her supervision.
I feel like she's just mad at her kids.
She's just trying to harm them.
Fuck them for life.
She definitely hates them.
Yeah, she hates them. So she's just, you guys are not. If I'm gonna be in here, you guys are.
Well, frankly, I hope that's true, because if any of this stuff actually happened to them, I mean, this is just horrific. This could further trauma.
Fuck.
Ruby said her child confessed to assaulting 20 people. No shot.
That doesn't even make. What does that mean?
The result is that because she said this stuff about her kids, her youngest kids, then the judge ordered that he can't be held in rooms with other kids, including his family, I think. So one of these kids, I think it was the youngest one, is now being held in a separate foster care from his siblings because of what she said, until they can rule on it. How sick is that? Yeah, so she's still terrorizing them, even from prison. Despite calls from the Utah State Court for mics to be muted and cameras to be turned off, sound effects and music blared through the portions of the meeting. Jesus. Soon attendees began using profanities and explicit name-calling, dropping multiple F-bombs before someone pointed out the virtual hearing is still considered an official courtroom. People were playing sound bites and shit during the court hearing. Oh, well, that's fucked.
Wow.
That's actually a shame, because I would have liked to have seen that.
Do you, how do you plead? Miss Frankie. Oh, what's that?
I thought the bitch was wide. We're still catching up to the technology, folks. I read that they were threatening to hold people in contempt of court for playing sound bites and shit.
Yeah, right.
This is a quote. You guys realize this is a real courtroom, so you can be held in contempt, said an attendee whose screen name simply read Bob. There's got to be a way to mute. Okay.
Yeah.
They're working on it. There
was over 1,300 people, I'm reading, and people were like playing baby noises and like dogs barking and shit.
They're not ready. They're not ready for all that.
It's so weird because it's been a thing for years now. They're doing it over Zoom, like publicly.
Right, this is such a high-profile case.
But they're using Zoom. They need like their own proprietary software. Like they're using Zoom.
But also with Zoom, you can mute all participants except, I don't know, force mute.
But like, who's actually operating that? Just some rando clerk?
Some clerk.
There's no shot.
Doesn't understand how it works. So yeah.
They need some kind of training. You know what I mean? Here's more surface videos too that came up. This is all stuff that happened before. My God, people were watching this shit. It's unreal, man. It's unreal. She's popular.
I want to get out of this conversation.
Oh.
And her family's still vlogging, right? This was her, right? Her families are all vloggers. Think so. Family vloggers.
Yeah.
The judge then said that her alleged abusive child will need to be placed in a home with no other children. So he's separated from his family and other kids. It's crazy she has that power over him still. It's actually really sad. That's fucked, man. That's sad.
That's crazy. That makes me wonder if she knew that when she said that. Because who's gonna believe that? I would love with saying that maybe she just wants to punish her kids continuously.
Yeah,
she definitely hates her youngest kids, especially. It seems like, but how can you even utter those things into existence? Because even if it was for revenge, I mean, it makes her look like she did that stuff. I don't know. Who knows?
I want to get out of this conversation.
Oh no, this is an uncomfortable conversation we must have.
Hi, Matt. Are you angry at me?
Let's sit. I gave Julie a tongue lashing that will not ever be repeated nor recorded.
I don't want to see the little girl's face. I prefer if it was blurred out. There's no reason for us to see it.
Just use your imagination.
You know what I mean? She told her daughter to sleep on the bathroom floor. What the fuck?
Eve came and got in bed with me at about 2 this morning. She's like, Mom, I peed the bed, which is not like her. She pees the bed maybe like once every 8 months. Like, it's been a very long time since she wet the bed. I was like, oh, darn it, that's all right. Just go sleep on the floor in the bathroom.
What? You actually, you record, what?
Crazy people.
And that wasn't even her being mad. She's like, oh, sweetie, that's okay. Just go sleep on the floor in the bathroom. The fuck? Ugh.
I'm cleaning the sink. I'm cleaning the countertops. Mopping the floor. I'm stalling. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready to leave. I put on a little bit of lip gloss, and that will be as much stalling as I'll go. And so she woke up this morning, and she's like, Mom, my vision is really blurry, like more blurry than it usually is. Kevin just came in. He's like, I think we need to take you to the emergency room. I said, well, let me take a shower, and then I'll be out. It's been an hour, so.
She's almost proud of how that she's abusing her kids. She says it proudly. Because I guess her whole philosophy was I'm tough, and kids need to know their place. She treats them like livestock.